Francis, depending on traffic. As the hospital moves forward with the closure, city leaders and healthcare workers say it's critical to continue to fight to keep these vital services open. More than $134,000 was raised during the 37th annual Candy Cane Lane Holiday Lights Tour in West Dallas. All the money goes to the MAC Fund to fight childhood cancer and related blood disorder research. Since its inception in 1984, Candy Cane Lane has raised more dollars for the MAC Fund. This has been your 1017 The Truth News Update. The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is up next on the new 1017 The Truth.
Bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
They live in suburbs together. They live in the city together. They hang out together. They're all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Like, does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of judgment.
But answer my question though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Like, let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
This is The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. Now, I'm asking the mayor and the common council president and the common council. Tell me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio in Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. So if you're checking me out, you can hit me on Twitter at Dr. Ken's Truth, or you can just check out LinkedIn and see this opening each and every day, Monday through Friday, right here on the new 1017 The Truth. 833-212-1017 is the number. So I got a question, as usual, that I have every day. Something I see, something I question, something about the community that we live in, the community that we love so much, the community that we strive to make sure that we get it all together, right? Well, here's my question, right? And anybody that wants to answer it, did I say that right? Anybody that wants to answer it can answer it. My issue is I talk too fast and then I slur my words and then people don't understand what I'm saying. But it's pretty clear. And I have a question. Let me fix this for a second. So I can look okay, look all crazy. So how do you give back to your community? That's what I want to know. I've been hearing about it for God knows how many decades, at least 6. When I was in the womb, I was probably hearing about, you got to give back to your community, civil rights, right? Can somebody explain to me what that even means? Can somebody explain to me what giving back to your community actually means? And why is this so important in the Black community? I don't hear a lot about that in many other communities except ours. And that's what I want to know. I want to know, why is it so big and so important? And I'm speaking, I kind of know the answer. I have my own ideas, but I would rather know yours. 833-212-1017 is the number. I mean, what does it actually mean? I give back to my community and people are so happy. Oh, it's great. But what does that even mean? Why is it even important to give back in the Black community? January is mentoring month. We talk about mentoring. We talk about doing all those things. But where has any of this stuff gotten us? Like what are we doing? Why are we so driven to give back? Why are we not taking care of our own families, but we're taking time to take care of somebody else's family, or being caught out on the carpet because someone else thinks we're not doing what we should do? Well, who are you? Who made you the arbiter of whether or not I'm giving back to my community? But I'm back to at the beginning. What is it? What does that mean? What is the definition of giving back to your community? Why is it so important for Black people to give back to their community? And why we're so driven? What's the benchmark? Like, is there a goal for giving back? Like, where is it when I can say, okay, I gave back or I didn't give back? Is it how many hours I spend? Is it how many days I spend? Is it how many people I've helped? And when you say helped people, did you get money? Is it graduation? Is it clothes? Is it food? What is it? Is it all of that? Is it none of that? I don't understand it personally because it never seems to end. I need a measure of what it is giving back. I need a measure. I need a goal. I need a benchmark that tells me this is what it means to actually give back. Because I'm not liking the people that say, hey, I give back. Okay, how? Like, what exactly did you do? Who did you talk to? How many people have you helped? And I got some people coming in the 5 o'clock hour that's going to be talking about just that. So we're going to be talking to a community organization, a fraternity, to talk about what they do in the community and why they do it in the community and what it does, what it returns. Because I think we've gotten stuck trying to figure out how many people we get stuck giving thousands of dollars, dozens of $1,000 scholarships to people who are going to schools that cost $60,000 a year. And then they don't make it after a year and a half, and then they're back, and we're going, huh? Why are you back? Because I don't have any money, and I don't want to go into debt so that I'm working into my 50s and 60s and 70s paying off school loans. Like they have a school loan that's higher than their mortgage on their house. So when we say give back, when we say, hey, we got to take care of our community, what does that mean? 833-212-1017 is the number. Who gets to say I gave back? And if so, why does the Black community still struggle today? Let me see, we had the silent generation, and then we had the baby boomer generation, and then we had the Gen X generation, and then we had the millennial generation, and then we had the Gen Z generation, and we still struggle. Why do we still struggle? Why does the Black community still talk about giving back, talk about mentoring, talk about all these things, but yet are we really seeing the return on it? And that's a question I'm asking. I'm not saying we do or we don't. I'm asking that question. What is the return that we get giving back to the community? What's the definition? What does that mean? How do you measure it? But I guess the operative question is that if you gave back, why does the Black community still struggle? You know why? Because in my eyes, in my voice, in my work, nothing's changed.
And that is Dr. Ken's Truth on the new 1017 The Truth. On Thursday night, the Milwaukee Panthers travel to Ohio.